Welcome to another episode of Bricks and Dragons. I'm here with Darrel Frater, CEO of TheClub. Welcome, Darrel.
Thank you, Jason. Glad to be here.
We're gonna get back into it. Just to remind everyone, just small business questions and entrepreneurship and games of chance. So tell us a little bit about what you do and who's your customer.
Yeah, so my name is Darrel Frater. I'm the founder of TheClub, and we are a community-based live streaming platform that connects DJs with partygoers for engaging virtual events. And our customers are DJs and partygoers, and we help them, do virtual parties.
Awesome. And was there a specific moment when you decided to become a business owner, or what kind of inspired you to take the plunge?
Yeah, I wouldn't call it a plunge because it's so exciting. I think it's like an exciting leap into entrepreneurship. And my father's an entrepreneur, and my whole family has an entrepreneurial spirit. So I kind of always had that bug in me to be entrepreneur. So it was actually in 2018. I actually got fired from a job that I actually was already interviewing for a management position, and they pretty much told me I already got it. But then I got into two accidents in a company vehicle that same week and actually got fired as due their policy. So then, knowing that my pathway was always going to be entrepreneurship, I decided, like, is this going to be the time where I jump into entrepreneurship, or am I going to go get another 9 to 5? And I chose the entrepreneur route. And from that point, I just started working on different entrepreneur projects. My first project was a consulting company where I advised and worked with startups and government agencies. I got to work with the Air Force Research Lab, where I helped them commercialize some technology. And it was just an amazing experience that kind of helped me move forward with my consulting business and working with other startups. And then just being in the entrepreneur space, I just kept falling in love with startups and being involved in the tech ecosystem. And one opportunity led to another, and then opportunity presented itself for me to start TheClub. And here we are today.
Awesome. And I'm going to change this third question because I kind of want to continue down that path. That's a common theme that we kind of hear, is that people have entrepreneurs in their family. And I'm wondering if you feel like that ability to take risk or being comfortable with risk, can that be learned, or is that innate? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, it's a super interesting topic. I think it can be learned. I definitely think that it helps if it's ingrained into your, family culture or what your upbringing is. Because, seeing my father, rely on entrepreneurship, based on his belief and faith in that things are going to work out and his optimism. I was able to see that, hey, entrepreneur is a route that can be very viable and very rewarding if you're able to take the risk to do big things in this world. So I always had that spirit, and I was never afraid of risk. And the fact that, you have to, take risks to actually have a big return. You have to kind of, accept the fact that, hey, this can go wrong, but it's not the end of the world. And it's super exciting at the same time, but you have to, be acceptance of the risk that it takes to jump into entrepreneurship.
Awesome. Yeah, love that answer. And then here, you either get a handicap, or you lose points based on what the coin says. So you get heads. So you get a +2 handicap at the end, and you tell us what's your superpower. What are you best at, or what's the thing only Darrel can do on the team?
Awesome, man. I like this game. That's fun. 2 points. So
We're trying to keep it interesting for the people.
that's great, man. I appreciate it. And I would say my superpower is my ability to problem solve and to iterate. And I'm really perfectly fine with failing. I think it's a part of the learning process. And I just continue to iterate and improve over and over again. It's to the point that I don't even see failure as a negative thing. I don't see it as something that happens. I see it as just a stepping stone to your next success. So my ability to iterate and persevere.
Awesome. Yeah, that's a good superpower for an entrepreneur. And then so this kind of leads nicely into that, which is how do you know what's the right time to grow your business versus, hunker down and optimize what you have? How do you know when it's the right time to either bring on another person or to expand versus just, make your existing customers happy and Tell us a little bit about how you think of that.
Yeah, I think that's an interesting question. I think that it really is something that you have to based on what's in front of you and the market, what the market is telling you to do. So it's always important to understand how your customers currently perceive your business and what is scalable and what's able to grow and move within your business. So if you're not at a point to where you believe that it's viable to scale, where it's going to be able to scale and be profitable or scale and be a sustainable business, you want to make sure that you look back at, where you currently are as a business and make sure you figure out those things before you move forward. A lot of times entrepreneurs hire people too soon or invest in certain things too soon when they should wait until there's some validation that this is the time to take action, especially when you're a startup and you have limited capital. You want to be careful with the way you invest your resources. So I
That's a
say,
great answer for
take
people
take
out
take your
there.
time. Yeah, take your time, and the market will tell you when you need to take action. Don't tell the market what to do.
Awesome. I love that. And do you have any, obviously entrepreneurship is a stressful game. Do you have any advice for people who are either, solopreneurs or small teams? How do you manage physical health, mental health, and kind of do what you need to do and keep sane and healthy?
Yeah, I definitely would say have faith and find something you attach that faith to. For me, I'm a Christian. I'm fully committed to my religion, and I believe that that's what keeps me mentally sane. And my belief systems just really help me stay focused and believe that there's light at the end of the tunnel. So whatever your belief system is, or whatever the things that you can tie to that keep you optimistic and believing that there is something great at the end and there's a purpose of why you started that business or endeavor or anything that you started. See it through, because I believe that you're doing it for a reason. You just have to work hard at it long enough until you see that success. But if you quit early, that's when you actually lose. You can never lose until you quit.
I love that. And then here you give advice to your younger self in one of these categories. We roll a dice here, and it tells us what category. So you got a number 2. So marketing. If you were to give your younger self advice on marketing, something you wish you knew that you know now, what would it be?
That's a great one. My number one advice for marketing would be to spend money and resources in improving your product, and let your product being so great the primary driving force for your marketing. Because if you're spending a lot of money into advertising or marketing a product that isn't up to par, you're going to get a lot of users, you're going to get a lot of customers, and going to churn or not use your product. So make your product the best marketing strategy as possible by just making it a quality product or service. The market, let it market itself.
Yeah, great. I think that's great advice. But good product is the best marketing. So now we're at the end. So you got +2 before. We roll a 20-sided die to see if you win a prize. So this is rolling, and you tell me when to stop.
Stop.
All right, 17, 18, 19. So you and the dragon become best friends. We're gonna send you $75 to invest in a campaign on my venture. Full transparency. Darrel has an active campaign on the My Venture platform. You can't invest in your own campaign. You have to invest in another entrepreneur's campaign. Um,
Of
and
course, I would love to do that.
Awesome. And thank you so much for being on. And then tell people a little bit more about how do they find the club if they would like to take part in a virtual party. Why don't you tell people about that?
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, you can go to downloadtheclub.com, where we have links to the Google Play and App Store application. You can also find a video that tells you a little bit more about what we're building and our mission and kind of the things that we have for the future. If you're a DJ out there, we'd love to connect with you. We have our own podcast called the My DJ Story Podcast, and we're looking to have you share your story. So if you are a DJ, you know a DJ, we want to hear your story and join us on the club. We're hosting virtual parties on a regular basis, and we would love to have you tune in and enjoy these parties that these DJs are curating.
Awesome. Thank you so much. And we'll see everybody next time.